The truth.
I think it's all around on both ends, from the fans, players, coach, on all ends, from all aspects. Everybody's excited to get the season started, but we know we're nowhere near where we want to be at. Most teams aren't. So even though it's regular season, these games are going to be very much like preseason games. We just, try to get better and win as we're getting better and getting to learn each other, learn the systems, learn, our identity, and also how to, play other teams' identity. But I said we're excited. I said from all angles, from the players, the coaches, staff, fans, and we're gonna have some fun with it. But we know we're not nowhere near where we want to be.
What will it be like for you to go against Kawhi?
It'll be a little strange. I don't imagine I'll be guarding him a lot, but I'm sure I'll be switched on to him at some point. He's a great player on both ends of the floor. Obviously, they're not at 100% health, but either way, we know they're going to come out and compete, and they're going to give us everything they got. They're going to want to beat us, and I guess everybody's trying to force this rivalry thing to happen. But we know we're not just worried about them. We're worried about ourselves and every other team in the West, which is a really strong, coast conference. So we got to get better if we want to be the team to come out the West or the last team standing. Obviously, we have to go through them as well as many other great teams.
As much as you play against a guy, it's different, to be around him every day. What struck you about playing with LeBron and AD?
Obviously, I've played with LeBron before. He's more mature now, a little bit more. Obviously knows how to win, more professional, high IQ. But you learn, AD where he likes his spots, also what kind of IQ he has, and I guess that'll take some guys for, will take you back a little bit. A little surprise of how well he knows the game, how well, obviously defensively, how he makes it easier for us defensively. And offensively, some of the things that you didn't know he was capable of doing, that he can do. So just watching them grow as, friends, teammates, and their leadership, for our team is going to be big, it's going to be huge. And his leadership of, challenging Bron. So that's going to be huge. And I'm interested to see where it goes, where it takes us. I know it's going to take us in a good place because of how well they said they challenge each other. But it's going to be a fun ride. I'm here for it.
You talk about them challenging each other, and they talk about it too, actually. I'm wondering what ways does that manifest? They're getting on each other to defend, or
for sure. I mean, that's where it starts. The offense, they're obviously great scorers. They know how to play offense. Obviously going to challenge Bron offensively to make shots and make free throws, but defensively challenging him to be that guy that he was when he was in the all-defensive, player, the defensive player of the year running. Same thing with AD. That's where it starts. We know some nights we're going to have off-night shooting. Offensively, we're not going to be, clicking as well, but we can give ourselves a chance if we play defense. And that's where Coach Vogel, that's where he hangs his hat. That's where most of us, hang our hat on that end of the floor. And it's challenging each other to hold each other accountable to be where we need to be and stop our man, but also play for the team, not just offensively but defensively.
Does that trickle down to the rest of the roster when the two stars are kind of acting?
For sure. You see those guys doing it. Why can't you? They're not taking any plays off. They're playing, giving 110 and making right rotations, communicating, and giving it all on the floor. There's no excuse for you not to do the same. I am. It's hard to say what was in the 80s and what was not in the 80s. Obviously, like Goodfellas, Casino, Heat, I think those are probably in the 90s though. So 80s, you have to go really far back. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or something like that. Is that in the 80s? Chucky's, I don't know what else came out in the 80s. Ferris Bueller's Day Off was a good one. I'm trying to think. I know.
LeBron mentioned Coming to America.
Coming to America. There's some Tom Cruise movies out there, some Arnold Schwarzenegger movies that way back.
Top Gun, Terminator.
80s is a while ago. I was born in the 80s, so I wasn't able to see a bunch of them. I was born in the late 80s, so yeah, I'm a big movie buff as well.
Is this team where you want it to be, with the exception of Kuzma not being able to play? Is this team where you want it to be going into the start?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're always going to have things that you need to strengthen and get better at and have more work on. You know, from that standpoint, you know, there's always, you know, there's a lot that I want to, you know, further us along with. But considering what our preseason looked like and the time that we had to get ourselves ready for opening night, I feel good about where we're at. Yes.
This team was pretty middle of the pack in defensive rating last season. How confident are you that improvement can be made, can happen?
Well, it's going to determine whether we have a successful season or not. You know, we're going to be able to score the basketball if we commit to sharing it. You know, how many wins we put in the win column is going to be directly tied to how well we come together on the defensive end. You know, where our care factor is, how tough we're playing, how connected we're playing, and you know, I believe that we can make a big improvement. We have some physical talent, you know, on the defensive end to get the job done, and you know, there'll be an emphasis on that all year.
Frank, Danny and LeBron were talking yesterday about how Anthony has been able to challenge LeBron specifically as a player. I was wondering, in practice, what ways does that manifest from your end?
You know, just with you know, mistakes or whatever. You know, if there's a turnover here or there or a defensive assignment. You know, I think most of our guys have been pretty good about challenging each other. You know, to, you know, like I said, raise the care factor and raise the standard. And Anthony's definitely done that with LeBron.
When you have two guys at that caliber of player, do you feel that's sort of like an iron sharpens iron type situation?
Yeah, I do, in particular with those two. But I mean, we're encouraging that with our whole group. You know, everybody's got to hold each other accountable and push the envelope. And again, we say push each other, but pull for each other at the same time. And but it's definitely been the case with those two.
How have you seen Kawhi's offense evolve, especially after last season?
Going into last season?
No, just after last season. Because the one thing Doc was talking about is him as a facilitator, being able to open other guys up.
Yeah, I mean, he's a make the right play kind of player. He's always really been that in my eyes. Obviously, he was raised in the Spurs system, which is how they play. And you know, his perimeter shooting has really taken off the last few years. And then as he's seen more and more double teams over the last few years, he's become a better facilitator for sure.
Headlines are irrelevant to a coach, I know, but do you have to manage emotions at all tomorrow night, knowing just how everyone will be playing up Lakers, Clippers, and, you know, LeBron, Kawhi, and all that?
Yeah, I really don't think so. You know, I think our guys are locked into, you know, what the long haul is going to look like. This is the first game out of 82, and it doesn't really matter who our opponent is. Our guys are excited about becoming a team and getting this season started up, regardless of our opponent. So I don't feel like we have to do anything special to try to manage emotions.
And I imagine looking at just the way the interplay between AD and LeBron and how that'll evolve. I mean, there's more players on this team, but two supremely talented players, how their relationship will evolve is probably pretty exciting for a head coach. It
really is. And, you know, obviously the relationship is very strong off the basketball court, and then working together in practices and whatnot. The on-the-court chemistry has looked great at times, and, you know, still has a way to go at times, and that's to be expected with two players of that magnitude playing with each other for the first time. So, you know, it'll be a work in progress throughout the year, but you know, hopefully we hit the ground running tomorrow night.
How do you manage considering you told us the conditions are a bit of a challenge right now with the trip and all that? And are there any guys with any sort of limitations that will play? I'm not talking about the guys, you know, the guys who will play any limitations.
Well, Quinn is still dealing with the calf issue. Alex is back. You know, he took a hard fall the other night. I think we're going to list him as probable. You know, he loosened up and got into some action today. Rajon's dealing with the sore calf, and you know, aside from that, you know, it's just going to be a common sense thing based on, you know, their win. You know, if they feel like the game's playing at a high pace and guys need a sub, you know, then we'll adjust accordingly. But you know, I'm planning on going in with the mindset that this is you know, a mid-season type of game. Everybody's ready to play mid-season type of minutes, and you know, like I said, we'll adjust accordingly if we need to.
Kind of along the lines of, you know, where the team is right now. Once the season starts, how much more of the sort of building that you would do in a training camp can get done versus, you know, that looking at the rest of the season, maintaining guys?
Yeah, it becomes a challenge when you're playing every other day and you have back-to-backs and whatnot. But I think coaching in this league at this level, you have to have a lot of different weapons in your tools in your toolbox to be able to implement and grow without taxing their legs. And there's a lot of ways to do that with film and with no contact drill work and practice, where you're not really getting guys dinged up and banged up, but you're moving the envelope and you're improving and you're sharpening your reads defensively and your reads offensively as well. And it's one of those things that just because we're starting with our official games doesn't mean we're not going to continue to grow throughout the season.
Is that a place where it's helpful to have a veteran group to do that kind of improvement?
It is, but with also a younger group, you can afford to run them more, you know what I mean, and play live practices. So there's a give and take there.
Frank, when you cross paths with Laker fans, to what extent do they ever bring up like the possibility of a rivalry with the Clippers?
Nobody's mentioned anything, from that standpoint with me. They know we have two good teams here in town, but this is it's a situation where I've been welcomed by fans and they're excited about their team. The Laker fan base is like a religion around here. It really matters to people, and people care. So I'm enjoying being a part of it.
Does the density of really good teams in the West, I mean, if you look at it, there's maybe half a dozen teams that people think could win the West at this point. Does the fact it's that crowded at the top factor into how you approach managing your guys now? And you mentioned like it needed to be like a midseason game right away. Is that part of the calculus?
Not really. For me, it's not going to be about we're not going to play guys 46 minutes tomorrow night or ever throughout the regular season. But we're not going to play like these games don't matter either. You know what I mean? We're going to play every night to win, with a great importance placed on that game, and within playing manageable minutes, where guys are being managed for the long haul. You know what I mean? So we'll be intelligent with our load, while bringing great importance to every basketball game and try to win every night.